Well, good morning, Cub Nation. Thank you for being here for today's Monday Arts Academy. We are being joined live by our drama and English teacher, Miss Godinez. Miss Godinez, woo, there she is. So we students, I just want to remind you that we use the Q&A in our Arts Academy so that Mr. Morrison and I are looking in one place. So if you're saying anything in the chat, just know that we might not get to see it. So we're gonna let Miss Godinez share what the drama students have been working on, and she's gonna walk you through and show you some wonderful performances. And this Arts Academy may go a little bit over 11:30. So if you have somewhere to be, you're welcome to sign off then. But we, again, thank you for joining us. And I'm going to pass it to you, Miss Godinez.
All right, I'm so excited to see everyone pop in. Our drama class has been working really hard. We've done performances during class hours and we've practiced. And what we did is we recorded ourselves. And we had to do this a couple times because, we mess up and we get better. So they've been working really hard on 3 group performances, and then we have 2 individual performances, and then another individual kind of like sharing about some artwork. So you'll see for the 3 group performances, they're actually stories. So they're kind of like an amped up readers theater where they are reading stories and poems that you are probably familiar with, but there's some costumes and some voice action involved. So I hope you enjoy it. We'll also get to see the names of the different performers, actors and actresses, and the different roles they perform. And I hope you enjoy it. So I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. Miss Jackson, it says I can't share. It's disabled.
Try.
Oh, there we go. Got it. Okay, there it is. Okay, perfect. All right. So this is something that the kids and I put together, and I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. Clifton Arts Academy presents performances by your very own drama class. The first performance for today is The Giving Tree, a story that many of you have probably read. And these are our actors and actresses. Caitlin Wysock is narrator 2. Claire Wysock is narrator 1. Gavin Sheeran is our kind of star here. He plays the tree. Stephen Bank is also one of the important characters. He plays the boy who turns into an older man. Michaela Hernandez is narrator 5. Anai Williams is narrator 6. Sophia Luconi, whom you will also meet later at the end of towards the end of our performances, is narrator 8. Elijah Ramirez is narrator 7. Astra Padilla is narrator 3. And Akali Mira is narrator 4. All right, without further ado, here is The Giving Tree. Let me make it full screen.
Was a tree.
There we go.
And she loved a little boy.
And every day the boy would come, and he would gather her leaves and make them into crowns and play king of the forest.
I think we lost sound, Miss Godinez. Are you on mute?
Oops. Sorry about that. Hold on. I meant to just turn off my video. Let me back it up a little bit. Okay.
Day the boy would come, and he would gather her leaves and make them into crowns and play king of the forest.
He would climb up her trunk and swing from her branches. When he was tired, he would sleep in her shade. And the boy loved the tree very much.
And the tree was happy. But time went by, and the boy grew older, and the tree was often alone.
Then one day the boy came to the tree, and the tree said,
Boy, come and climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and eat apples and play in my shade and be happy.
I'm too big to climb and play. said the boy.
I want to buy things and have fun. I want some money. Can you give me some money?
I'm sorry,
said the tree.
but I have no money. I have only leaves and apples. Take my apples, boy, and sell them in the city. Then you'll have money and you'll be happy.
And so the boy climbed up the tree and gathered her apples and carried them away, and the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and the tree was sad.
And then one day the boy came back and the tree shook with joy. And she said,
Come, boy, come and climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and eat apples and play in my shade and be happy.
I'm too busy to climb trees.
said the boy.
I want a house to keep me warm. I want a wife and I want children. And so I need a house. Can you give me a house?
I have no house. The forest is my house,
said the tree.
But you may cut off my branches and build a house, then you will be happy.
And so the boy cut off her branches and carried them away to build a house, and the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and the tree was sad.
And when he came back, the tree was so happy she could hardly speak.
Come, boy,
She whispered,
come and play.
I'm too old and sad to play. I want a boat that will take me away from here. Can you give me a boat?
Cut down my trunk and you can make a boat.
said the tree.
Then you could sail away and be happy.
And so the boy cut down her trunk, made a boat, and sailed away. And the tree was happy.
but not really. After a long time, the boy came back again.
I'm sorry, boy, but I have nothing left to give you. My apples are gone.
My teeth are too weak for apples.
Branches are gone. You cannot swing on them.
I'm too old to swing on branches.
My trunk is gone. You cannot climb me.
I'm too tired to climb.
I'm sorry. I wish I could give you something, but I have nothing left. I am just an old stump. I am sorry.
Well, I don't need very much now. Just a quiet place to sit and rest. I am very tired.
Well,
said the tree, straining herself up as much as she could.
an old stump is good for sitting and resting. Come, boy, sit down and rest.
And the
The
tree
tree was happy.
All right, and that is our first performance. So give them a hand. They worked really hard on that one. I'm very proud of our Giving Tree people. Here is the second one. Let me pull up the second performance. There we go. There we go. And next we have, oops, next one, there we go. Next we have Casey at the Bat, and this is actually a poem about a baseball player. And here we have Emmy Ibarra, she is fan 6. Julie Beltran, she plays fan 5. Alex Cummings plays fan 2 and the umpire. Miranda Hasso plays fan 1 and Casey. Lily plays fan 3 and Annabelle plays fan 4. So for this one, you'll be hearing some rhyme, a little bit of some baseball, so strikeouts. This one was one of my favorites, so I hope you enjoy it. There we go.
It looked extremely rocky for Mudville 9 that day.
The score was 2-4 with but one inning left to play.
So when Cooney died at second and Burroughs did the same, a parlor wreathed the feathers of the patrons of the game.
The struggling few got up to go, leaving the other rest, with that hope that springs eternal from within the human breast.
For they thought if only Casey could get a whack at that.
they'd even put up money now with Casey at the bat.
But Flynn preceded Casey.
And likewise, so did Blake.
And the former was a pudding.
and the latter was a fake.
So on that stricken multitude, a death-like silence sat.
For there seemed to be little chance of Casey getting to the bat.
But Flynn let a fly single one until of all.
And the much despised Blakey tore the cover off the ball.
So when the dust had settled,
and they saw what had occurred,
There was Blakey safe at second.
And Flynn a hugging third.
And from the gladdened multitude went up a joyous yell.
It rumbled from the mountaintops, it rattled in the dell.
it struck upon the hillside and rebounded on the flat.
for Casey,
Mighty Casey
Was advancing to the bat.
There was an ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place.
There was pride on Casey's beam and there was a smile on Casey's face.
And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat.
10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt.
5,000 tongues applauded as he wiped them on his shirt.
And when the racing pitcher ground his ball into his hip, defiance glanced at from Casey's eye and a sneer and curl in Casey's lip.
And now the lever covered, Spirit came hurtling through the air.
And Casey stood a-watching it.
In haughty grandeur there.
Close to the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped.
That ain't my style,
said Casey.
Strike one,
the umpire said.
From the benches black with the people, there went up a muffled roar.
Like the beating of storm waves on the stern and distant shore.
Kill him, kill the umpire.
Someone shouted from the stand.
And it's likely they'd have killed him
had not Casey raised his hand.
With a smile of noble charity, great Casey's visage shone.
He stilled the rising trumpet and made the game go on.
He signaled to the pitcher.
And once more the spheroid flew.
But Casey still ignored it.
And the umpire said,
strike two.
Cried the amazed thousands.
And the echo answered.
Cried. But one scornful look from Casey and the audience was awed.
They saw his face go stern and cold.
They saw his muscles strain.
And they knew that Casey would not let that ball go by again.
The sneer is gone from Casey's lip.
His teeth are clenched with hate.
He pounds with cruel vengeance his bat upon the plate.
And now the pitcher holds the ball.
And now he lets it go.
And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow.
Oh!
Oh, somewhere in this favored land the sun is shining bright.
The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light.
And somewhere men are laughing.
And somewhere children shout.
But
there is no joy
in Mudville.
Mighty Casey
has
struck out.
And that is Casey at the bat. So give him a hand. They worked really hard on that one, especially with the timing and the strikeouts. And there was a couple of times where they had to speak together. So that one was a really, performance was a lot of work for them. So good job, ladies. All right, let's go to the
extremely
next
rocky
one.
from them.
Just a second. Okay, there we go. All right, and our third performance for today is The Greatest Show on Earth. So this is a circus-themed performance. And here we have Roxy Wilkins. She plays Lion 2. And she also jumped in as Morris. He's like the announcer for the circus because we had some technical difficulties for some other students. Brody plays Lion 1. Corey Alford plays the Lion Tamer. Charlie Uranga plays one of the clowns, Clown 1, I believe. And then Ashley Anaya plays Boris. Asaya Walker plays Trapeze Twin 1. Sophia Grace plays Clown 2. Evan O'Toole plays the Tattooed Man. And Liz Colazzo plays the Bearded Lady. You will also see an impromptu performance from Miss Godinez because I had to jump in for a student who had some audio and technical difficulties. So you'll see me in there as well. This is one of my favorites. This group really added some costumes and makeup in, so I hope you enjoy The Greatest Show on Earth. Here we go.
Welcome to the circus, ladies and gentlemen. This is the greatest show on earth. We may have interesting performers to introduce to you today. The circus is here all weekend. Lions, acrobats, elephants, and clowns. We all have come to your town.
First up is the strongman. Everyone give a round of applause for the strong man. Go ahead, Jayla, say your line.
Okay. Thank you. I am solid as stone and strong as a bear. My muscles bulge everywhere. Watch as I bend this iron rod by hand.
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you, strongman. Next up is the lion tamer.
Are you all ready to see my lions do some tricks? Please welcome my two lions. Lions up.
Rawr.
Down. Great job, lions.
Thank you. I've been performing in the circus for 5 years.
And this is my second year. I love traveling with the circus and getting to see new cities and meeting new people.
Lions, it's time for your last trick. Now, y'all may think I'm crazy taming lions, but they always listen and perform to their best abilities. Watch this. Lions, stand on your back legs.
Roar.
Thank you, Lion Tamer. What amazing creatures. Now, please welcome our clowns.
Hello, everyone.
Bonjour. Hola. Hello.
We will now perform a juggling act.
We will be juggling each of these juggling pins.
And the best part is, I don't even know how to juggle. Ready?
Ready. Thank you all for watching our juggling act.
The best part about being a clown is dressing up and getting to perform for all of you.
The best part for me is getting to juggle and travel with so many interesting people.
And now, from the other side of the world, lay your eyes upon the Tattooed Man.
Look at all my crazy tattoos. I have skulls and serpents head to toe, and some of my tattoos even glow. And if you think this is the craziest thing you've ever seen, then I have a surprise for you. Here's my wife, the Bearded Lady.
Wow, a bearded lady?
Yes, it is true. The beard is 100% my own. Would you like to touch it?
Thank you. I have had it ever since I was a baby.
Finally, it is time for our most death-defying performers, the Trapeze Twins. Look up high, and you will see them flying through the sky.
Here we are, up here. Can you see us? We fly through the air. We fly hundreds of feet above the ground. We wear snazzy tights, and we fly through the air, chasing each other and spraying past lights. We leap, we sprint, we avoid hitting the ground. We are the amazing Trapeze Twins.
Thank you all for coming to our circus and meeting all of our wonderful performers.
We hope that you had a great time and will come again. And remember, the circus is the greatest show on earth.
I missed it.
And that is the greatest show on earth. That one is one of my favorites because of all the costumes and all the work that group put into their performance. So good job, guys. Good work.
There's lots of applause in the Q&A.
Oh, good. Oh, I think Liz's beard was probably the best I've seen. So good.
That is fantastic, students. So now we have, that was it, right? In terms
there's 3 more.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna offer some questions, but no, we must keep going.
Yes. Yes. Okay, here is a really quick one from The Tragedy of Macbeth. This is a speech that Macbeth gives before he goes and kills the king, King Duncan. So if you're not familiar with Shakespeare, Macbeth is a Scottish kind of like general or soldier serving the King of Scotland at the time. And in the story, Macbeth gets the idea that he wants to be king instead, and so he decides to kill the king. So this is one of his famous, what you call a soliloquy. He is alone on the stage talking to the audience, and he's kind of debating in his mind and kind of just wondering, how should I do this? Should I do this? And so because he's so worked up about possibly killing the king, his mind begins to have some like visions and hallucinations, and he sees a dagger. And so this is Stefan Bank performing an excerpt from "Is This a Dagger?" speech. I hope you enjoy.
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle towards my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight, or art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false creation, proceeding from the heat oppressed brain? I see thee yet, it form palpable as this which I now draw. Thou marshal me the way that I was going, and such instrument I to use. Mine eyes are made the fool. Oh, the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and on thy blade a dungeon, gouts of blood, which was not so before. Those no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Now, o'er the other half world, nature seems dead, in wicked dreams abuse the curtains sleep, witchcraft celebrates, pale Hercher's offerings, and which murder our room by his sentile the wolf. Those howls he watches, those with his stealthy pace, with the Tarquin's ravishing strides towards his design. Whose howls his watch, thus with his stealthy pace, with Tarquin's ravishing strides towards his design, moves like a ghost. Those sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps, which way they walk for fear. They stones pirate of my whereabouts, and take the present horror from this time, which now suits with it. While I threat, he lives. Words to the heat of deeds, too cold breathing gives. I go, it's done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Dukin, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or hell.
And that is Stefan Bank. He got very excited towards the end. So good job, Stefan. I hope you guys get to see some more Shakespeare maybe later in the year. All right, and then let me go to the next one. Next we have, let's see, slide 9. here we have not a performance, but some artwork that Sophia Luconi is going to share with us. She is very talented. I don't know if you have seen her before on Arts Academy or if you're just, you know, her around school, but she's really talented and she does anime. I think she's even published her own web cartoon. So I hope you enjoy what she has to share with us here.
Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm in 7th grade and art has helped me a lot through these times, and it's my go-to thing whenever I have free time. So I'm going to be showing you some of the stuff I've done. App I use to do my drawings, Procreate. It's my go-to and I use it pretty much every day because the program is really good and all of the brushes work really well when you're drawing and painting. Pick some of my favorite drawings that I took a lot of time on. This first one is kind of like a giant monster with a person just kind of standing there. I get a lot of references from like books and stuff. This is one of them, and I'm really proud of it because of the detail. The next one I drew this morning because I just thought it'd look pretty, and I like this style because it looks like rushed on this area, but then it makes more of a change to it. This is another one of my favorites. It's from like a little story made up in my head. I'm probably not going to do anything with it though. I just made like little characters, and I like to do I like to draw the characters that I make up a lot. It's really fun. This one I took a lot of time and effort into, but yeah, I took a lot of time on working on her. I think the hardest part is probably the hair, because hair is pretty hard to draw, but otherwise I'm overall really proud of it. I'm writing a book right now, and chapters 1 through 3 are up on an app called Webtoon, and I'm excited and I'm happy because I spent 6-7 months on my book, and it's taking a long time, but it's really worth it. I'm only on chapter 3 still, but this is one picture of chapter 4 that I decided to do a little while ago, so you get a little sneak peek at that. I'm pretty proud of it, and I don't really draw landscapes often, so this was kind of fun to draw. This is another picture from my book. This is chapter 3, which is up on Webtoon, and I like the characters I made up, and that's about it. Thank you for watching.
So if you want to see here, this is her webtoon. It's called Machine Boy. So if you get a chance, I would encourage you to go look it up. All right, thank you, Sophia, for sending us that video and sharing your artwork with us. Last but not least, we have a performance from Emi Ibarra. And what she is doing is she's actually playing 4 different characters. And she is doing the famous scene from Hamlet, the to be or not to be speech. And that is, hold on. She has a couple different costumes. They're simple, but she switches through at least 4 characters. And she came and worked with me, and we worked through some scenes and added some like movements. And she worked really hard on this. So I hope you enjoy it. And I think you will. So last but not least, we have Emi Ibarra. Let me share my screen. Here we go. Oh, and just as a heads up, if you're not familiar with Hamlet, in this scene, the king and then his servant Polonius, which is they're the first 2 characters that you'll see. They are trying to get Hamlet and Ophelia. Ophelia is kind of like his girlfriend, sort of. They're trying to get them to talk together. And then unfortunately, Hamlet is in kind of a bad mood. And so he says some things that are pretty mean to Ophelia. But before he says those things, he gives his famous to be or not to be speech. So that's what you'll see here. Here we go.
I'm going to be doing Act 3, Scene 1 of Hamlet. And here it is. Ophelia, walk you here. Gracious, so please you. We do bestow ourselves. Read on this book that shows much exercise may color your loneliness. We are often to blame in this. Oh, much more prove that with devotion's voyage, the poison actions we do sugar o'er, the devil himself. Oh, 'tis too true that smart lash that makes doth my conscience. The harriet's cheek, beautied with plastered art, is not more ugly than the thing that helps it. And is the deed to my most painted word. Oh, heavy burden. I hear him coming, my lord. Let's withdraw. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer than the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, than to take arms against the sea of troubles, and by opening end them, to die, to sleep, no more. And by sleep to say we end, to die, to sleep. Perchance a dream. There the rub. For in the sleep of death, which dreams may come, when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity for so long life, for whom would bear the pangs of despised love, the lost delay, and make us rather bear those ills we have, than to fly to others we know not of. This conscience does make cowards of us all. Soft you now. O fair Ophelia nymph, in thy prayer, be all my sins remembered. Good my lord, how does your honor be this many a day? I humbly thank you. Well. My lord, I have remembrance of yours, that I have longed to redeliver. I pray you now receive them. No, not I. I never gave you anything. My honored lord, you know right well you did, and with them words so sweet of breath composed, that makes things more rich their perfumes lost. Take these again for the nobler mind. Rich gifts wax poor when the giver proves unkind. There, my lord. Ha ha! Are you honest? My lord? Are you fair? What do you mean? That if you be honest and fair, you honestly should admit no discourse to your beauty. I did love you once. Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so. You should not have believed me. I loved you not. I was the more deceived.
And that is our final performance. Emmy killed it. So give it a round of applause for Emmy Ibarra. Good job, Emmy. She worked really hard on that scene. She came into my Zoom room and we just practiced, I don't know how many times. So I hope you enjoyed our performances. We all worked really hard and we hope to maybe share some more with you before the school year is up.
So students, we've got just a couple minutes here for questions. There are some questions already in the Q&A. So Ms. Godinez, I'm going to share those with you. Again, lots of applause. Very impressive, Stefan. So talented, Sophia. Great job, everyone. So awesome, guys. Let's keep it going. That was from Miss Ayala.
Oh, thank you.
So there is a question of how did you actually put this video together?
Yeah, so I wanted to try and minimize like lag and all the issues that come up with Zoom. So we were gonna do live performances, but I thought that might increase like just problems or the potential for problems. So what we did is during Zoom class, so during drama class, everybody came with their like the backgrounds. I don't know if you saw in the Giving Tree, they had a background. The Casey at the back people had their hats ready. So everybody came to drama class with their stuff ready. And then what I did is we recorded class. So we recorded parts of class and then I changed the video to speaker view. So instead of gallery view up at the corner of your Zoom screen in the top right, it says you can change it from speaker to gallery. So I changed it to speaker and then it changes whenever someone talks. So, and then I recorded it. And so then we recorded the 3 group performances in class. And we did it. How many times did we do it, guys? Like 3 or 4 times. It took a few times to get everyone like with the right props and costumes. So we had basically dress rehearsal about 3 or 4 times. And then I think on the 4th time, we were satisfied with our performances. And then Stefan and Sophia recorded theirs on their own, like on a phone or on their computer, and then they sent it to me. And then Emmy came to my office hours and we recorded our session in there. And then so I just downloaded the Zoom recordings and then I inserted them onto Google Slides, kind of like how Mr. Ray does, I think, with his Monday Morning Minute. So you just insert it that way. If you go to Google Slides, there's an option where you can insert pictures. There's also one right below it that says video. And so then I opened my drive, which is where I had saved those Zoom recordings, and then I inserted the videos that way. So if you want me to show you how, you can come to my office hours and I can show you. But it actually wasn't that hard. Just editing them was a little bit tricky because I had so many copies. I had to keep them straight. So that's how I did it.
One of your students clarified it was like 4 times.
Yeah, it was a lot. We had several class periods where like, oh, we're gonna do it again, or just like somebody's camera wasn't working or audio, or just, or it was laggy that one day. So it's, I mean, part of life now with Zoom, but they did a really good job. I'm so proud.
Another student said, everyone was amazing. Bravo.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
I just want to say it's, you guys have taken a difficult situation and you made something from it. And I think that's what's so commendable about the work. So congratulations, all of you Cubs, for being brave and working through the flexibility of having to do things differently. It was awesome. And Miss Godinez, thank you for leading the way. You are fantastic. This was an awesome Arts Academy today. So bravo, bravo.
Yes. Thank you guys for showing up. We appreciate your support.
All right, everyone. Have a great day.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.